All right, let's talk about building an efficiency factory right in your own workflow. We're going to break down how you can create your own personal army of custom AI assistants, we'll call them gems, to completely automate all that tedious work that just gets in the way of real design and strategy. This isn't just about saving a little time here and there, it's about getting your focus back.
And the payoff? Oh, it's immediate, and it is significant. I'm talking about saving at least 5 hours every single week. That's real time you get back to pour into the work that actually moves the needle, not the busy work that just clogs up your calendar.
I mean, think about that for a second. Saving 5 hours a week adds up to almost a full extra workday every month. It's literally like getting a bonus Friday every single month just by working smarter. How powerful is that idea? So, what's the secret here? Honestly, it's a huge mindset shift. Instead of just doing the work, you start building the tools that do the work for you. You'll go from being swamped by busy work to becoming the architect of your own high-impact toolkit. The heart of this whole system is what we're calling a gem. Now, a gem is not a general chatbot like you might be used to. No. This is a highly specialized assistant that you build for one and only one specific task. Think of it less like a Swiss Army knife and more like a precision laser. And this is the end goal. See, you're not just building one little tool, you're creating an entire library. This gem manager you're looking at is packed with custom assistants for everything from drafting product requirement docs to analyzing user feedback. Each one is your own personal, kind of unfair advantage, just waiting for you to press go. Okay, let's get into the how-to. We're going to use a super simple but really powerful method called the two-tab factory. This is your blueprint for building these gems, and it all starts with a clean, streamlined workspace to generate their core instructions. Now, here's what's so cool about this approach. We are not trying to be some kind of creative prompt engineering genius. We're going to treat this like a repeatable, step-by-step manufacturing process. And what that does is it just removes all the pressure of staring at a blank page. It makes it totally accessible for anyone. So the whole process really just boils down to 3 simple steps to start. First, you define the task with crazy amounts of clarity. Then, you set up what we're calling your factory floor, which is just 2 browser tabs. And finally, you get the AI to do the heavy lifting by writing its own instruction manual. Let's break that down. All right, step 1 is maybe the most critical of all. You have to define the task. Before you even touch your keyboard, you need a crystal clear mental picture of this flow. What exactly is the input? Is it a messy transcript from a Zoom call? Is it a URL? And what is the perfect, ideal output? A structured summary? A perfectly formatted bug ticket? You have to be hyper-specific here. It's everything. Step 2 is just setting up your factory. So simple. You just open 2 browser tabs. Tab 1, that's your prompt writer. That's where you'll generate the instructions. Tab 2 is your gem builder. That's where you'll actually put it together and test it out. This separation keeps the whole process really clean and makes fixing things way faster. And here in step 3, this is where you put tab 1 to work. It's kind of a magic trick. You ask the AI to write the instructions for another AI. I mean, look at the language here. It's just simple delegation. You're describing the input, the output you want, the context, and the AI will spit out a detailed set of instructions for your gem to follow. You're making it write its own job description. Now, as the AI is generating those instructions for you, you just need to make sure it includes these 4 key building blocks. You need a clear persona, like you're an expert UX researcher, a really specific task, the right context, and a clearly defined output format. If you've got those 4 things, you've got a rock-solid foundation to build on. Okay, now for the really fun part, the assembly and the refinement. This is where we take that blueprint from the first 3 steps and we actually build, test, and polish our gem until it does exactly what we want it to do every single time. And this whole phase is just a simple 2-step loop. It's rinse and repeat. First, you assemble the gem, you copy-paste your instructions, give it a cool name and an emoji, maybe upload some reference files. Then, you test and iterate. You run a trial, you look at what it spits out, and you tweak the instructions until it's perfect. And here's what that looks like in the real world. So on the left, you can see those detailed instructions that we generated, just pasted right into the gem builder. That's the brain. And then, boom, on the right, that's the result. A perfectly structured, high-quality summary created from just a raw article. That's input on the left, amazing output on the right. But what if the output isn't quite perfect? Because, let's be real, it won't be on the first try. Well, this is where that 2-tab system is just so brilliant. You just copy the bad output from tab 2, your builder, you hop back over to tab 1, your writer, and you paste it in and tell it exactly what's wrong. Hey, this summary is way too long, or you totally missed the main user pain point. The AI in tab 1 then rewrites the instructions for you. You copy those, paste them back into tab 2, and you just do that little loop until it's flawless. Okay, so once you've built and perfected your gem, the real magic happens when you stop hoarding it for yourself. The final step is all about sharing your creation and scaling that newfound efficiency across your entire team. And sharing this thing could not be easier, I promise. It works exactly like sharing a Google Doc or a Figma file. You click a button, you get a link, and you can send it to anyone on your team. Just like that, your personal productivity tool is now a team-wide asset. And you've got 2 simple ways to share. Viewer access lets your team use the gem, but they can't see or mess with the instructions. It's like a finished app. Editor access, though, lets them not only use it, but also see and improve the instructions. And for team collaboration, this is fantastic because your colleagues can actually help you make the tool even better. And this, right here, this is the fundamental shift we've been talking about. Once you get into this rhythm, you stop being just a person who does tasks. You become an architect. You're not just grinding through the work anymore. You're systematically building the very tools that eliminate that work altogether. So, where on earth should you start? Well, for product managers and designers, the possibilities they're just endless. Just imagine a gem that turns your chaotic meeting notes into a perfect PRD, or one that pulls the top 5 design insights from an hour-long user interview. These aren't just ideas, these are incredibly powerful tools you can literally build today. But look, don't try to build a huge library all at once. I want to leave you with a challenge. Look at your calendar for tomorrow. What is the one repetitive, mind-numbing task that you are absolutely dreading? Start right there. Build a gem for that one thing. That's how your factory gets its start.